Hello, friends. Empress Dannie here, back with another episode of The Daily Grind. You already know I'm pouring you up a nice hot cup of joe. Going to get your day off to a bright and beautiful start. Let's check in and get today's messages. I had put some of my decks away from relocating. We got, it feels like some movement taking place. This feels a little bit behind the scenes. It feels like more of a spiritual flow where spirit may have you doing some things. I'll just say that, okay? Realizing, I feel like these could be, it's almost like your unique flow is operating, has you kind of like at a turning point where spirit has you maybe doing some things. They could be unusual to others. Why are you doing that? Or, but this feels like it's something that it's a turning point that spirit has you at, which could indicate that you have to step out on faith. This could certainly mean that you are trusting spirit and simply allowing yourself to be undergirded or supported by the spiritual wisdom and insight it is that you're receiving versus what could be like waiting on mundane factors to align or to reveal themselves, okay? I feel like you're trusting that wisdom's going to be your sister and understanding your intimate friend. You're trusting that you're going to be led, guided, and directed. I see, house and despair and the priest, okay? I like this. House, despair, as we can see, and then the priest, okay? This is you. I don't know why it kind of feels like this could be like actual home, but this could also be in a certain house of life. Something is never ending, kind of gives like, if you've been in the dating scene, it's like, right? Sometimes you feel that way, but also being a good steward, right? Recognizing that you have the responsibility to put yourself out of your misery in a sense. Be a good friend to yourself. Take care of yourself in whatever regard that is. Protect yourself, right? This is kind of like, don't let nobody drive you crazy or nothing drive you crazy. Don't let anything, I feel like, get to you or eat at you is honestly what I'm feeling. Animal card, the horse. Okay, I like this. We're looking at perhaps some aspect. Yeah, definitely getting confirmation. We're looking at some aspect of one's security and what feels like reliability. Okay, ability. This could be like being able to rely on others, being able to count on others, to depend on others. It could also be one's ability to be able to depend or rely on, trust yourself, your own judgment, right? Which is obviously so important that you're a good steward. If something is kind of like eating at you, or I don't know why I'm getting this never ending energy that makes me feel like you have the responsibility to, I don't know why I just heard gut instinct, but it feels like you're relying on or you're trusting you're the Holy Spirit that's leading you, that's your friend, that you've always been able to count on, that's kept you secure, that's kept you sane, that's kept you stable, and simply being a good steward over what you are being perhaps led to do, to say, or the ways in which perhaps you're maybe being led to be a friend. And it feels like the wealthy man is your card of the day. And community is at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like that's how you're showing up, is one who is very valuable, which could be bringing you into contact or connection with people who are equally valuable, equally secure, equally stable. I feel like this is bringing you perhaps into some sort of community of people where you're going to be in a really good position to get what it is that you deserve. I see expectation here, so I definitely feel like you're putting yourself forward, or your actions forward, if you will. And despite the fact that things may have been somewhat never ending on another front, this feels as though you are recognizing things about your energy that have changed, and because of that, you expect to see different outcomes, which is what has you continuing to it feels like practice sound stewardship despite what may not have worked out, despite what may have been never ending. Guys, these are your daily grind messages. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, join the Patreon link in the description. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.